So Harish is directing Natak's 61st production मुआवजे. Third time कर रहे हैं नाटक. 96 में किया, 2004 में किया, and now in 2018. And from audience's reaction in 2018, again it looks like people just love it. So what is in this script that people love it so much?
So just one small correction is we've actually done it thrice before. एक बार तमिल में भी किया था, translated in 2000. It was called Kalavaram. It has been one of Natak's most popular plays, and I think one of the most popular comedies to have come out of India, period. It is a satire on riots, which is something that is a theme, a constant thorn perhaps in India's past and current, and I'm sure future. And sometimes the best way to hold a mirror up to society is to use humor as a vehicle. And so it is very relevant and something that resonates with everyone. And the script has been so beautifully written where Bhisham Sani has pointed out, I think, to people that the value of life is virtually zero. There is a line in the script where one of the guys says कि आदमी 5 रुपए का छुरा 50 रुपए का. And really that's pretty much, I think, one of the messages in the play, told through some very, very funny and witty lines that I think people enjoy it, and at the end of the day it makes you think about what you just saw.
And that's exactly, I was in the audience and I saw half the people were laughing their guts out and half the people were like cringing, right? And that's the beauty of the script. It makes you laugh and think at the same time.
Absolutely, that's true.
So as a script writer, you have written some plays. You have written Mowgli and I. So can such evergreen, such classics, what does it take to write these, or can these be written? You say कि अब तो मैं बनाऊंगा एक बहुत शानदार वाली.
I think there is a lot of new works are coming out in theatre, both in India and here. And there are topics galore that you can go after, right? What does it mean to be a brown-skinned person in the United States now? What does it mean to be a Muslim? What does it mean to be a gay person? What does it mean to be somebody who supports the Second Amendment when school shootings have happened? You can look at everything from both sides. And I think, there is so much content that the opportunity for someone to put a play and a message together around it is right there. Now, one can be preachy and tell the audience, talk them down saying, thou shalt do this. But I think a better approach in script writing is what Bhishma Sani has done. Without saying anything, letting the audience watch and experience the play and then draw conclusions for themselves.
So coming back to your version of Muavze, so the 3 prior Muavze and this 4th one, how many have you been part of?
I was in part of all 3. In the first Muavze and in the third Muavze, both the times we did it in Hindi, I played some of the characters in the play. It's an ensemble cast with everyone playing more than one role. I played the role of the minister you'll see in the play. I played the role of one of the Seths in the play, a Muslim Seth. I played the Chaudhary character who lives in the slums. I think I played some other characters in the first one. In the third, in the Tamil version of Muavze, I was in the lights booth. I don't speak Tamil as fluently, so I didn't feel like I could audition. So, I've seen this play multiple times, and when we decided to present it in Kabarli like this, I thought it deserved a reimagination. So the one difference you'll see is that many of the scenes in the play is really designed for street theater. There are many, many scenes. There are actually in the script 12 scenes, and it keeps shifting rapidly from the basti to some Seth's house to police station to some gunda's adda. How do you do that in a proper proscenium theater like this? You can stop the play and you can transition the scene to a completely different set, but that, I think, is the old way of doing theater, and I thought it would be more interesting to present the play, the life of the plays in the basti. So that is what you see behind you. And most scenes have now been transitioned, somehow transformed to take place in the basti, except for a few variations from that, where there is a police station scene which happens in the police station. But in our set, we have certain set pieces that are carved out of the basti that just become the police station or the adda where the gundas reside. And then everything else happens in the basti. So there's that. And also I thought there was a need to tell this using music. So I've inserted some songs and dance sequences in the play as well to, I think, bring more color and character to the play.
Very well done, both of those aspects. One is this basti. I don't know if you can pan. If this basti, this becomes a police commissioner's office, right? The police commissioner's desk comes out of here. The other part of the basti, when you open it up, the Seth's house, it transforms in the Seth's house very beautifully. Oh, this was the weapon shop.
Yes.
Oh, that was amazingly done. Yeah, and then the music part, right? Super hit. All the parodies. Talk about that process.
Yeah, it was. I think one of the most fun parts of the process for me is once I knew that I wanted to do music inserted into the play, and I already knew that I wanted to do music in the form of parody because I feel parody music is a great instrument for humor. We all know Weird Al Yankovic, the guy who took Beat It, Michael Jackson Beat It and made it Eat It and was really funny. So there is so much creative room there to take a well-established work that has been composed by some of the greatest composers in the world, A.R. Rahman and, people like that, Kailash Kher, etc., and take those works and present those songs, but now in a very, very different setting. So, for instance, Shah Rukh Khan's Gerua in Dilwale became Tera Daba De Tetua in our case, which was very popular with our audiences in our show yesterday. I think it will continue to be the same way, I think, in all the shows. And it's, in the setting is you have the Gunda and, he's got this victim guy. So the Gunda and his sidekicks all beat up on one character in the play, and they are singing to him about all the different ways in which they plan to torture him. Yeah. And yet, सारे तरीके मन से हटा के तेरा दबा दे टेटुआ निकली है दिल से ये दुआ तेरा दबा दे टेटुआ. So that was that creative exploration process which I and one of my actors who's also very creative, Ritvik Verma, both of us went through. It took us about a month to write all the songs, and for instance, Ghanan Ghanan is the A.R. Rahman's song from Lagan.
From Lagan.
I thought that would be a great setting as a start of the play, because if you know the movie, Ghanan Ghanan there is the whole village is waiting for something, for the first sign of rain.
Yeah.
I thought that the whole beat of the song, the mood of the song was perfect for Khanan Khanan, where the whole basti and everyone in society is waiting for the next riot.
For the compensations, reign of the Muavza.
Usi, that's right. So Usi type se we went through that process of trying to identify. So there's another song in the play where we if you've heard favorite things from Sound of Music, where Julie Andrews is singing about raindrops and dun, whispers on kittens. I forget the exact words, but I thought the mood of that song was very was perfect for the Basti people, all imagining what they will do once they get the Muavja. And so now you have Basti dwellers, slum dwellers, singing in Julie Andrews style about what they are going to spend this Muavja money on. So it was just such a fun process, and I think audiences walked away. Of course, all these tunes are very memorable. They're close, near and dear to our heart, except for one song. I took one of the songs composed by Nachiket Yakundi from Natak in one of our previous musicals, Amavasya, and we parodied that too. And that was like an inside joke for us on the team, because I'm sure our audiences will not know that. They'll think it's an original composition. It is an original composition from Natak. Yes. So yeah, the whole process was fun. For me, that was exciting, and I think I think the audiences walked away with a richer experience as a result as well.
So from the audience, they loved all the songs like you mentioned, but clearly the crowd favorite was Tetua. And for those of you who don't know what Tetua is this. Kya bolte hain? Adam's apple. right? So in some parts of India in Hindi they say tetua. ये दबा दूंगा तो मर जाओगे. So it comes again and again in the play, and then when it comes in the song, it fits at the perfect time. So, which one is of all the songs? Which one is your favorite song?
So there were many other songs that, by the way, we parodied and wrote up, and that didn't feature in the play. So we did Genda Phul, which is now we parodied as Mar Gaya Ghoda, which एक play के एक scene में घोड़ा मरता है. People are all बस्ती वाले are all gossiping about what that means कि घोड़े वाले को मुआवजा मिल गया होगा. And then so there are that song is a 30-minute snippet in the play. It comes and goes very quick. 30-second snippet in the play comes and goes. It's there to fill a scene transition. But the original, the full-length song that we wrote, I really liked a lot. And
So that is your top. That gets your number one vote.
No, I think my number one vote is still Tera Daba De Tetua because it was just so much fun writing it. I think I really liked my second favorite is Muavja Jo De De Humko Sarkar because that was the Sound of Music parody which I really enjoyed. It's hard. It's like when you have many babies, which one's your favorite? But I would say those two are perhaps the ones. If I have to pick one and the others are dropping off from from the bridge, which hand which baby are you going to hold? It's quite a question like that. But I think those probably are my top two. But there, as I was just saying, there are some other songs which we wrote and I think we enjoyed, but we couldn't bring into the play just because you have to limit the number of songs you can insert.
Sounds like a Bollywood movie where you wrote a lot, you shot a lot, but then on the editing desk something got cut. Has it happened to you before?
So Galti Se Mistake was another song we parodied. I was planning to include that towards the end in the curtain call, and then I decided to chop it. It's very laborious, the process of, first of all, you got to write the song, but then you've got to find singers who can sing it. They have to practice. You have to find musicians who can play background score to it. And then the whole thing, if you are performing it, it's not just a straight concert rendition. You actually have to incorporate dance into it as well. So that whole process takes...
It was all done and then you edited it out? Like last minute?
For that song, I basically cut my losses sooner because I felt curtain call is one of the things that is least important in terms of the whole play. So I chose to cut that out right there. And so we reintroduced Khanan into the curtain call. But it was a fun song. If you know, I forget which movie that is, but...
which song?
Galti Se Mistake.
But now Muavze is so super hit that in Muavze 2 you can include all this. That's what happens in Bollywood, right? All your things which didn't make it in the first cut, you release it in, or we will definitely release in DVD.
We're planning an after party where the cast and singers are really excited about having a mehfil session where they can relive those songs that didn't make it this far.
I'll ask you a tough one, but it has to be the shortest answer.
Sounds good.
Describe Harish Sundaram Agastya, the director, in one word.
Perfectionist.
Name meticulous.
Amazing.
Dedicated.
Expressive. Detail oriented.
Perfection.
Perfectionist. Anal.
Perfectionist.
Committed.
Perfectionist is what my cast would say.
Shandar.
So I'll go with that. I don't know.
Let's see what the cast says. Thank you.